The NBA Season 8 2021 games and highlights will be coming up next on Devin Smith Showtime Sports in America. Game 4 Utah Jazz 117 Boston Celtics 109 Final. Game 4 Cleveland Cavaliers 9-8 Miami Heat 113 Final. Game 4 Oklahoma City Thunder 102 Chicago Bulls 123 Final. Game 4 Atlanta Hawks 119 Houston Rockets 107 Final. Game 4 New Orleans Pelicans 124 Portland Trail Blazers 125 Final. Game 4 Minnesota Timberwolves 121 Los Angeles Lakers 137 Final.
is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. Capital One Arena in our nation's capital. Tonight, the Washington Wizards taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The opening tip belongs to the Wizards as we get going in Washington. It's the free throw.
Keep working him out, boy. You can't guard you.
Westbrook. 4-3. And it's Simmons to claim the rebound. Offensive and a putback slam.
Ooh, establishing the glass early. But the defense has to be better at boxing out.
Russell Westbrook with the rock. To Beal. Five to shoot for Washington. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. With the foul, and a chance coming up at the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First try at the line, no good. Missed the second one as well. Westbrook with the basketball. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Screen coming. And he's going to the free throw line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Russell Westbrook has got 2 shots coming. A career 81% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. He was hacked. They let it go. Russell Westbrook tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from long range. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Russ at the controls. To Lopez. And strokes it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
And he'll head to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
First one, count it. So he hits the first, misses the second. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense to Beal. probing the defense. Not that time. Trying to create to Tobias Harris. To Simmons. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Ben Simmons, a couple of free throws on the way. 56% for his career. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. It's Russ at the controls. To Lopez. Trying to cash in. Shot by Lopez off the mark. To Simmons. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Westbrook across the timeline. 10-4 is the score. Here comes the screen. Beal, guarded by Howard. Has a look. Bradley Beal, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
To Tobias Harris. Baseline drive. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
There's a fine line between being active and being a detriment. You don't want to keep giving up extra possessions.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Napier with the basketball. Down 5. To Beal. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. And Bradley Beal, all muscle memory, puts it to good use there.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
To Beal. Can't connect from in close. To Howard. Can't connect from inside.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But this... Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Flushes it home.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Simmons into the front court. He'll run the offense. Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Beal has a chance. Napier's shot won't fall. To Simmons. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Bradley Beal. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Simmons doesn't have the touch. No good. Napier with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Tough make through traffic.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there, but let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Sixers have the basketball. And the finish at the rim.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
And counted at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Simmons with it. Down 2. Oh, Ben Simmons. With that, he's 5 for 9.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Beal. And it's Simmons with the rebound. To Tobias Harris. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Ersan Ilyasova trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. To Simmons. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter. Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. To Beal. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Nothing going here on that drive. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Simmons to Seth Curry. From long range, Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense. Napier with the basketball. They trail by 1. Ben Simmons sends it away.
He sent a message on that one, Ed.
Now a steal by Philly. A couple of cracks at the line now.
Now here's your chance to make them pay for making you the target of hacking. Well, actually, your free throw shooting made you a target, but you can still fix that.
Ben Simmons has got 2 shots coming, shooting 75% so far tonight. Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. The rebound taken down by the Sixers. To Simmons. And score. Strong take.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Westbrook with it. Trailing by 4. To Beal. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play, get locked in.
To Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Beal. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
In the front court comes Simmons. Up by 3. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
To Danny Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Danny Green. Jan Mahinmi able to recover with the block. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Simmons down low for Harris. They call a 3-second violation. Russell Westbrook matched up with Seth Curry. To Beal. Westbrook. Beal. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
They're set to jump it up to see who gets possession. To Westbrook. Nice pass to set things up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Philadelphia, number 3 and number 15.
Shot from in close, no good. Beal to Westbrook. Russell Westbrook powers it through.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Number 3, Bradley Beal.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Oh, Ben Simmons. It's been a good night. 60% from the field.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
To Westbrook. Beal. To Westbrook. He throws it down.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Number 0.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Down 6. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Everybody in the building understands he's been a known target. Looks like they're hacking early in this one.
Ben Simmons, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 66% in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw.
For the Washington Wizards, number 11 and number 28, Jan Mahinmi.
and gets both to drop at the line. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, and he hits. That'll do it for the first quarter. Wizards have the lead. About to start the second quarter. Both teams very productive offensively at the outset.
If anything on this game, Ed, you have to expect the unexpected. When players have range that extend outside the gymnasium, oh, we're going to get a chance to watch something special.
You're locked up, boy.
Count it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Screen coming. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions.
I got blocked.
Has a look. Just not going down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Out of bounds, off Ben Simmons. Time to shuffle things up. Westbrook gets it in the left corner. To Westbrook. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. It's Westbrook. That's no good. Russ at the controls.
I'm here. Match up.
Rebound comes down to Simmons. Shot from the lane won't go. Napier with the basketball. 5-point game. To Westbrook. Ah, the monster stuff.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The assist from number 0, Russell Westbrook.
Thomas Bryant with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Westbrook into the front court. Down 3. Oh, bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
Danny Green with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. And he missed the free throw. The follow won't go either. Napier with the basketball. Now down 6. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Superman, Dwight Howard. 2-of-4 now.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Screen coming. Westbrook. Driving right to the basket. Harris. To Danny Green. Beyond the arc for 3. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Nope. First one does not go. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Simmons with it. Lead stands at 7. To Danny Green for 3. Rebound owned by Washington. Russell Westbrook with the rock. Can't connect.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Danny Green is going to get 3 shots here. He struggled so far. First free throw is good. Second of 3 is good.
For the Washington Wizards, number 13, Thomas Bryant.
Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Westbrook into the front court. They find themselves down 10. They'll get it down low to Lopez. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Sixers control it. Takes stock of the floor. The drive, right to the basket, right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Westbrook. Dwight Howard pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Simmons. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Knocked loose. Simmons to Howard. Fires the 3. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Here's Lopez, down low. Throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Harris. Wizards pull down the board. Russ at the controls. Able to convert inside.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Simmons into the front court. Up by 6. To Howard. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes.
Subbing in for the Wizards, number 3, Bradley Beal.
Beal to Westbrook. Joel Embiid swats it. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Beal. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Wizards have it. It's Westbrook. Won't go. Danny Green. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Beal. Joel Embiid snatching it.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To shoot for Washington. Mike Scott, huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Gets to the basket and scores.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. So it remains Washington basketball. Foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Bradley Beal at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Robin Lopez with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
From the painted area, won't go down.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Lopez. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To Beal. Gets a shot up off the mark. Easy path to the rim.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Wizards with the basketball. Beal. Fires the three. Now that's a contest. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Beal. Sixers have it. Napier with the basketball. His guys trail by 13. To Lopez. Screen coming. Beal. Offensive rebound. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. 4-3. First one goes down. And he hits the second. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Now the Wizards going to take the timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. And scores.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Beal to Westbrook. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Russell Westbrook trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he misses that one free throw. To Simmons. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
To Beal. Lopez. Now a steal by Philly.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
That's off the side of the rim, short. Beal to Lopez. Second effort. Russell Westbrook not to be denied with the follow.
It's good to see Russ go to this point of the game. It's called horse blinders. He only sees the ball and the rim.
Going to launch beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense. That misses with 2 seconds to go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The 76ers put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Wizards were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game.
Game track. Defense.
The Philadelphia 76ers are exhibiting some great defense. They're refusing to let shooters get comfortable and showing great anticipation in the passing lanes.
Player of the half.
Simmons was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Defense, let's go.
Seth Curry to Danny Green from long range. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Bradley Beal at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Missed it at the line. To Danny Green. Here's a chance from long range. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Westbrook with the basketball. His guys down big. Embiid with the board. To Danny Green. Beyond the arc for three. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
And hits the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. To Beal. Sizing up the defense. That's rebounded by Embiid. For three, it's Westbrook with the board. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Can't connect on the first free throw. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. To Beal. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Sixers have the basketball. Seth Curry against Westbrook. It's Westbrook with the rebound. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Seth Curry. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. It's Russ at the controls to Beal. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Seth Curry to Embiid. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
That's rebounded by Philadelphia. To Seth Curry. Fires the three. Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense. Westbrook across the timeline. Down a bundle. To Beal. To Westbrook. Gets it in the left corner. Trying to cash in. Just off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
It goes down.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Joel Embiid sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Seth Curry. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Bradley Beal at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Knocks down the first. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
To Beal. Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Fires the three. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
It's Westbrook. It's Embiid with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Has a look. Off the mark. Harris. Russ at the controls. To Beal. To Westbrook. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
To Tobias Harris. 4-3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. In a flash, scores at the rim.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
That pass stolen by the Wizards.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
to Tobias Harris. Has a chance. Harris's shot won't go. Westbrook with it. He'll run the offense. Trying to cash in and scores.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Westbrook into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Sixers call for time as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Beal. Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Has a look. It's Beal with the rebound. Has a chance. Doesn't get the bounce.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Harris to Simmons. Lets it fly from long range. Missed it. Oh, and a putback.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Here we go. Here we go.
To Beal. And he finishes at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Philadelphia with the basketball to Simmons. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Beal. And a throwdown. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Simmons to Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Old school equals high percentage.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Runner's good there.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Goes to the right side. Simmons. That's not his range. It's no good. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Oh my goodness. Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
To Beal. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Has a look. Rebound taken by the Wizards. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. And a nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Washington basketball. Beal up against the 8-time All-Star. Robin Lopez. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Simmons. Goes reverse to lay it in.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. The Wizards in control of the basketball as we start the fourth. And they're not totally out of it just yet, but you'd have to say they have lots of work to do to get back in this game.
They probably have to put together some kind of 10-0 run to get back in this ballgame, but this is when an opportunity has a chance to become magical. I've been part of it, and I've seen it happen so many different times. Just because a team has been dominating you the last couple of quarters doesn't mean that you can't start believing in yourself, that you can do anything you want to do on the court at any given time. You watch, once you start to believe, you'll get back in this game.
Embiid goes to the left side. Going to launch beyond the arc. He was all over him. To Westbrook. Shot from in close, no good. Embiid. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
The Wizards with 4 to shoot to Westbrook. From long range, Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. Has a chance. The shot, almost.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Defender was right there. He has to know better. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throws good. Add 1 more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Russell Westbrook with the rock. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Oh, emphatic slam. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Simmons. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
On the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Wizards at the controls. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. And finishes strong.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Here comes the screen. To Beal. 5 to shoot for Washington. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Simmons has a look. The jumper's off the mark. Napier with the basketball. His guys down big. They'll get it down low to Lopez. No good. To Simmons. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Beal. To Lopez. That's toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Napier with the basketball. Down a bundle. Now a steal by Philly. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Tobias Harris. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 81% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. It's Washington with the basketball. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Robin Lopez, 4 out of 10.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Tobias Harris. Beyond the arc for 3. Not that time. He misses. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
I got this clown. Let's go.
Here's Lopez, down low. Joel Embiid, tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
For 3, misfires. It's no good. From the painted area, won't go down. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Lopez. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Knocked loose. What a save. That's hard work right there. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Lopez. Joel Embiid rejects it.
Just incredible timing in that swat.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Robin Lopez trying to cash in on a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. Down low for Harris. Free throws coming up.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Tobias Harris, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good.
You know that's easy. They can't guard you.
And he makes them both. Beal to Lopez. Short jumper won't fall.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Napier with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Beal. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. And it's Harris who's able to clear the rebound. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Wizards have it. To Beal. Simmons with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
As expected, Atlanta Hawks
To
won.
Simmons. Nothing going here on that drive. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Fires the three. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
just got to build, they got to rebuild their squad. That's all.
County of practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
In the front court comes Simmons. His guys holding the big lead. Embiid to Simmons. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, cleaning the offensive glass. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Napier with the basketball. Looking to make something happen.
Mike Scott, let's go Philly. Mike Scott. Mike Scott.
Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Trying to cash in. And count the basket.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Happy about this. What a win. Let's go Philly.
They'll get it down low to Lopez. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down?
There you go.
To Simmons.
Giving it back to my boy.
Slam dunk. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Has a look. Can't connect.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Tobias Harris. Fires the 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
Shot clock winding down. Mike Scott sends it away. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. To Tobias Harris. That misses with a second to go. The Sixers are victorious as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers put together a nice win here today. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Wizards couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Washington Wizards.
Game track. Defense.
The Philadelphia 76ers put on the pressure defensively in this game. And in return, they put back some blocks and steals on the stat sheet. Not only that, they put a W in the win column. And that's everyone's favorite stat.
player of the game.
Simmons played the role of facilitator today, and no one is more happy than his teammates.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming matchups for the Washington Wizards. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.